Well, Nordics, we are not talking about the future, so we are in the future already here, especially in the sizing of charging infrastructure. That's one big thing what you can see, even if you drive by car from Hamburg to Copenhagen, the amount of charging stations is tremendous or unbelievable in some cases as well. If you see what's been built by the major players, then, well, it's a good sign that EV charging and charging infrastructure works so far for everybody. Yeah, you're right. The business has changed a bit. Also, the approach in the market. So we have seen lots of starting activities over the last 7-8 years. Now it's going into a slight consolidation, but this slight consolidation is more a scale up, especially become profitable with the activities you have installed as a charge point operator. From that point, you see that it's going on, and I would say this is one of the major changes coming from a startup scene, which the industry was over the last, let's say, 7-8 years, now into a, how I say, scaling machine. Yeah. And yeah, that's, I would say, one of the answers to your question. So I think the Nordic power system is a bit better than what you have in Central Europe, especially Germany or in the Netherlands. As you mentioned, getting the grid is quite difficult. So you see that, especially on the technology side, the market in the Nordics is speeding up, and that means new charger parks or installations on chargers with battery storage where the grid is not available. Even on, if you take a look into big logistic companies, big truck charging sites, most of them here in the Nordics have battery enablement already. So you can use the battery to, how I say, intervene the activity so far, or you can speed up the activities with energy you have generated on your own, so with PV or wind power. So that's also one of the additional sources you have to mention in case of, yeah, why is the Nordics a little bit more successful, especially in this segment, and energy management and load management is more, how I say, requested than maybe in the southern part of Europe. Yeah, I would say that especially CPOs are looking for new solutions. They have to become, how I say, more efficient. And also, as you know, if you have reached the top of the grid availability once, then you have to pay a little bit more than expected, and then you pay for lifetime more than expected. And so far, energy management systems is, or the energy management system is, well, necessary to stay or become profitable from that point of view. Also, from, how to say, the overall experience, you need an energy management system, especially larger installations you have. It's simply one of the only way to solve the problems on the grid side if you're not able to get the grid there. And especially if you go to depots, this is one business which is energy management, extremely related on success or non-success. So it means you have to install energy management system if you, for example, only have 50 kilowatt left and you should charge a, I would say, 600 kilowatt super truck or e-truck. From that point of view, there's no way beyond. The audience here was quite interesting to see. I have seen lots of charge point operators here. I've seen lots of players in the industry in general, also EMSPs and also logistic companies. So that's good to see that the ecosystem is working, and it's not a, how I say, a bubble world, a world of lots of bubbles. So you see that especially this communication and the exchange is one of the positive outputs from your event today.